Good morning, folks. This is Pastor Mike Montgomery in the study. It's January 2nd, 2017. I hope you've had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year so far. Looking back to another devotional thought this morning. One of the concepts we hear all the time, and we tell our children this all the time as well, you can be anything you want to be. Whatever you dream for, you can be that. And we set this kind of mentality up, and I want to challenge us to think a little differently and think biblically on this. I think we're wrong when we say we can do anything we want to do if you just believe in that concept. You just believe in yourself, you can do what you want to do. Because I can believe in myself all day long, and I can promise you this. I'm not going to fly. I'm not going to sprout wings. There's a lot of things I'm not going to do because just because I believe in myself. And so the idea that we can somehow or another believe ourselves into doing something, even Jesus acknowledges the fact that there are limitations on what we can and can't do. He said, by giving thought, can you add 1 inch to your stature? Is there anything you can do by just thinking your way into that? No, you can't. And so there are limitations on men. The fact is, you were not created to do whatever you wanted to do. You were created to do what He made you to do. And the call for the Christian today, and the call for parents, is not to point our children to their dreams, but to point our children to His will. We are bought with a price. Therefore, we're called to glorify God in our bodies, which are His. So I want to challenge you this morning. When we're thinking into 2017, and you think, well, the 2017 is this blank slate before me. I can do whatever I want to do. The sky's the limit. No, the sky is not the limit. No, the goal of 2017 is not to dream whatever you want to dream and then go for it. The goal is to know the will of God, and when you know the will of God, then pursue it with everything that is in you and go for that. Now let me say this. I think it's interesting to say, when we think of the will of God, that when our hearts are submitted to Him, our minds are filled with the Word of God, that then the desires of our heart are so often now aligned to what we desire is what God desires. And so you take someone who maybe is having a gift for engineering or a gift for building something. When they are yielded to the Spirit of God, they're filled with the Word of God, and then they desire to build something, that may be what God has called them to do. And so it doesn't necessarily mean because you desire it that it's wrong. Or that you've dreamed about it that it's wrong. The question is it God's will? And so we put God's will above our desires and our dreams. And so I challenge you this morning as we approach, or we've already started 2017 now, we're in it. Let's not be seeking to do whatever we dream for, and not be telling that to our children either. You can be anything you want to be. No, you can be what God made you to be, and that's what you ought to be pursuing. And so let me challenge you on that this morning. We thank God for the opportunity to go on a trip here with the teens. We're up here in Mansfield, Ohio, doing some snow tubing last night, and then doing some knocking about today, and heading back down to Chillicothe here in just a little while. Hope this will be an encouragement to you. Happy New Year, and look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday night at Liberty Baptist Church. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.